I have with me now Sam Daniel, who's able to join me, and with him is Uma Sudhir, who of course was attacked, as we saw there, by an AIADMK mob. If we can get Uma, Sam, to take us through exactly what happened, and we'll play those pictures once again.
Well, Uma, thank you so much for joining us, and we're relieved that you and our colleagues are quite safe. If you can explain to us what actually happened, how and who attacked you when you were reporting from the location outside Poise Garden residence of Jayalalitha.
In fact, all through the day, Sam, we have been seeing a dramatic change in mood. In the morning, they had come in with their sweet boxes, the cracker boxes and the flowers, and there was an anticipation that perhaps she would come out this evening, this afternoon, back to Poise Garden, and they would be able to welcome her. But when things started changing, the mood of the people there really started changing from one of a somber mood to one of actually violent aggression. I started sensing that right from the afternoon, and we had been reporting that, and this happened soon after a live, in fact, for our Hindi channel NDTV India, and perhaps the Hindi language is something that they also objected to. It was actually, they were almost like waiting to vent their ire on somebody. Just a short while ago, I had heard the same gentleman who picked up an argument with us, arguing with somebody else, saying that you cannot report in Kannada, you must report either in Tamil or in English. And in this particular case, they immediately started an argument with us and attacked us. In fact, the group, in fact, came on and broke our camera, the stand. There were a couple of other camera persons who tried to help. They were also attacked. They attacked our OB van as well. In fact, flung a huge brick at us, which in fact, if it had hit the engineer, it would have probably been a fatal attack. They even brought in the women cadre to try and beat me up in that sense, because perhaps the men thought they could not lay their hands on me in a violent sense. So their anger really manifesting in this form, very, very unfortunate. We would only hope that the authorities will certainly take action, because we do have all this action of this violence totally unwarranted, considering that all through the day we have been reporting in a very balanced manner, telling only the facts and talking about what is possible only on the basis of facts, and
nothing could have provoked them actually.
Absolutely nothing could have provoked them. But what this man who started this argument with me started saying was that you cannot say that she is going to go to jail. You cannot say that who is going to be the successor for that. So all those issues were perhaps building up within them, and they wanted to vent their anger in some way or the other, and we became the targets.
Right. Sadly, that's the culture, particularly in many parties.
Right, Sam.
They think such acts would be rewarded by the party, but we are relieved that all of our colleagues are quite safe here.
Right, Sam. It was actually a shocking account that Uma just described of this fairly deliberate attack on her. First, the men attacking our crew, and then even getting the woman to attack her. But of course, we are very happy that she's safe, as you pointed out. I just want to ask you, Sam, before we let you go, about the overall situation. What reports are you getting about the overall situation in Tamil Nadu, where, as we just said, the governor actually reviewed the law and order situation? Are things by and large calm?
It would not be an exaggeration to say there is an uneasy calm in several pockets of Tamil Nadu, particularly in Chennai, Vasu. We are hearing reports about pelting of stones, shops, business establishments shutting down, and also bus services. Many who are getting back home from their offices and workplaces asking us, is it safe? So there is a sense of lack of safety. That's what we're hearing from various public in different cities, and along with incidents or stray incidents like this, adding to that kind of a fear. And a short while ago, the governor had summoned the state DGP, the state chief secretary, along with the Chennai police commissioner, got himself apprised of the situation and instructed them to maintain law and order. In a sense, Tamil Nadu is now in a limbo. We don't have a chief minister. She has been disqualified, put behind bars, but we don't have a number 2 in command to be able to take charge and to guide the bureaucrats and police to make sure situation does not escalate. So how long would that take? Will the AIADMK meet quickly and nominate a person to replace Ms. Jayalalitha? That's something
right, Sam.
Could actually turn situation much quiet and calmer, but at this point in time, things a little what we can call as
okay.
Even as we were coming down, we saw Kanimuri's residence as well as the road leading up to Karunanidhi's residence actually fully guarded up with policemen, trying to ensure that there is no sudden attack, no provocation for an attack, and no counter attack in that sense happening anywhere here.